Hey, good morning. Monday it is. Monday, happy Monday. So, do you want to know the very first step? The very first step that you need to get a hold of before you can be successful on any weight loss journey. I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. My name is Mark Avens. I'm your Bulletproof Christian fitness mentor. And if you want to truly get into the kind of shape that you can have lifelong success with, bulletproof your efforts, listen up. I'm going to share with you the very first step. It is Monday. And maybe you're thinking, oh man, Mark, it's Monday. Like the very first step is just like getting on the scale. No, that's not the very first step. In fact, that might actually be one of the worst things you can do is get on the scale, especially coming out of a holiday weekend. Maybe you indulged in a little extra chocolate. Maybe you had a little extra food. Maybe you were a little extra lazy. Regardless, I'm not here to call you out. In fact, to be completely honest with you, the very first step is to acknowledge what's been done. Don't avoid it. Don't get down on yourself about it. Don't just beat yourself up of maybe some of the mistakes that you've made in the past. Maybe it was over the last weekend. Maybe it's been over the last 52 weekends. Maybe it's been over the last 10 years, right? Maybe you've been making mistakes. You've been failing. You've been trying. You've been failing. You've been trying. You've been giving up on yourself. Too many times to count. If this sounds like you, don't worry. You're not the only one out there. But the good news is you can change. You can get on a better path. You can get on a healthier path. And I'm going to encourage you this morning to not give up. If you haven't given up yet, don't give up now. Here's the very first step. If you want to truly be successful on your weight loss journey, what does that look like? Well, to be successful on your weight loss journey is not just losing the weight. Let me just repeat myself maybe 2 or 3 times for those of you in the back, or maybe you're catching on the replay. If you're catching on the replay, drop it down below. The very first step to permanent weight loss, to have that weight loss solution, right, is to find a solution, not just to lose the weight. Let me just say that one more time. Not just to lose the weight, because to be honest with you, you could do anything and lose weight for the most part, right? There's probably an endless, let's say probably 1,001 ways that you can lose weight. Starting today, you can restrict calories, you can starve yourself, you can fast, you can keto, you can do shakes, you can do pills, you can do droplets under your tongues, you can do, the guilt shaming, all those types of things. You can put your finger down your throat. Hopefully you're not doing that, but you get my drift. There's lots of ways to lose the weight. But if you want permanent weight loss solution, if you want to be successful in your weight loss journey, it's to get the weight off and to just enjoy the journey of your life without thinking about having to lose weight ever again. If you want that, if you're looking for that, reach down, just put your hand up. Yes, that's me. I want that. Or you can reach out to me privately. Nobody needs to know your business, right? They can mind their business, and maybe you've been minding your business for too long. In other words, you've been maybe just kind of keeping to yourself, maybe trying to figure things out on your own, maybe playing the guessing game and coming up short time and time again. And now you're sitting in your 50s, your kids are out of the house, and you're ready to take care of you, and you have no idea where to start. The very first thing that you need to do in order to get on a successful weight loss journey is you got to forgive yourself for what's been done, because you know what? And you actually almost, if you're able to, and I know this is hard, is to actually embrace all of the struggles that you've had over the past however amount of time you've been struggling for. You can fill in the blank, 5 years, 10 years, 20. I've talked to people with 30 plus years. They've been struggling on that weight loss journey, and they just cannot seem to get it permanent. They cannot seem to get it together. The very first thing is to actually acknowledge and to be grateful. I know it sounds weird, but the thing is, you can't change what's done. What's done is done. It's in the past. It's behind you. Not that you can just leave it there, right? Like in the Bible says, the guy was by the well, and he was sitting on that mat for years and years and years, and he couldn't get up off the mat to heal himself. And Jesus said, get up, and carry your mat. He said, get up. But he said, carry your mat. The reality is you probably have some scar tissue. You probably have some wounds, and maybe they're open right now with regards to your weight. Maybe you've been struggling, and you maybe feel like that guy on the mat that just can't seem to get it together. Well, look, he got up off the mat, but guess what? He didn't leave his mat there. He carried it. Your success is going to be your story of the struggles and the challenges. And I know everybody wants to see the after picture. Everybody wants the highlight reel, but truly what's going to make you and differentiate your journey from your neighbor's journey or your friend's journey, or one of my students' journeys, is it's your journey. It's nobody else's journey. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to your friends whether you failed 4 times or 400 times, right? Whether you have 10 pounds or 1,000 pounds to lose, regardless of what that is, the very first step is first to congratulate yourself that you're not giving up, but also is to embrace what's already been done. It's behind you. This weekend, if you drank too much and ate too much chocolate and kidding out, that doesn't mean that you can just sit back on your laurels, so to speak, and just say, oh, I'll just pray that God will take this weight away. You actually have to do the work. You actually have to take action. But of course, do you think it's going to be easier to take action steps when you don't even know where to start? Or do you think it's going to be easier to take action steps when you have the right kind of guidance and the plan in place? Now, if you're starting your Monday and you have no plan and you have no structure and you have no accountability and you've set no goals and you said, yeah, well, I want to lose 76 pounds, but you have no idea where to start, guess where you're going to end up come next Monday? You're going to be frustrated. You probably maybe try a few tactics, things that maybe you heard from friends for a couple days. You're going to intermittent fast for 4 hours. You're going to eat 3 salads and wonder why the weight hasn't come off. Well, it takes time. It takes patience. And if you've been patient with the ups and downs over the years that you've been struggling, it's okay to be a little bit more patient now. The good news is you can get the results you want. You can live the life you want. You can get rid of the 20, 40, 60, 100 plus pounds off your weight. But the very first thing is to actually embrace where you're at. You can't get back those mistakes, those struggles that you've had, but you can look forward. You can look into today, and you can look at potentially the things that you can decide and choose for your health tomorrow by doing steps today. The reality is the body that you want, that maybe 6 months to a year down the road, is going to happen by the choices you make today. And you can choose to either dwell on the past, think about all the times you've messed up, or you can move forward one step at a time, one choice at a time, one decision, right? One action step at a time. And if you have no idea how to take those steps, if you say, Mark, yeah, I've tried that before and it just didn't work for me. I've tried eating healthy and that just didn't work for me. I've tried exercising and that just didn't work for me. Well, it probably didn't, because you probably either did one of two things. You probably did something that wasn't going to get you results, or you probably gave up too easy. And if that sounds like you, I'm here to tell you that there's coaches in this world, on this planet, that are ready to help you. Again, if you need help, shoot me a message. You can shoot me a message. Just put the word bulletproof, and you and I together will take a look at where you're at, where you're struggling, where you want to be in the next 6 to 12 months. Do you want to be exactly where you were 6 to 12 months ago, where you're exactly at now, or 6 to 12 years ago, where you're exactly now, or maybe even worse? It's up to you. You have to make the choice. You have to take the first action step, getting off the fence and making a decision to get help. If you're ready to get help and you want to move forward on your health, not backward, and look at all the things that you've done wrong and maybe the mistakes that you're beating yourself up over, now you have the choice. I believe in you, even if you believe in yourself just a little bit, just a little bit. That's all you need to take the action steps to move forward on the right path to success. Anyway, take care. God bless. Happy Monday. Let's crush this week. We'll see ya.